Guys, this is it. OP06 is finally here, and after a few weeks of playing on Sim, a bunch of pre-release events, I'm finally headed on my way to my first tournament of the format. I'm playing Sakazuki, which is supposedly still strong in the set. There's about one more month until the leader is banned, so I'm looking forward to squeezing as much as I can out of it. OP06 didn't start off too well for me. I opened a bunch of double packs and didn't really have much to show for it, but it is a card game and our luck is all over the place, so it's something that I can get over. I sit down at the table and I see my first opponent. It's Kyle. Kyle is a really strong player and was a Sakazuki player last set. This time, he's playing Katakuri. With 8-drop Gecko Moria and a few other key cards, it's a little bit more manageable. Let's see how we do.
I'll go second.
Kyle doesn't see a Pudding Searcher turn 1 and passes. I open with Murakamo Sword, brand new, Suru, a TCG Searcher, and a Great Eruption. A great opening hand. For 2 Dawn, I play brand new.
See, these are the decisions that are always hard.
Since both the Borsellino blocker and the Suru are playable off of other cards, I take the one card I can't get back from the trash, Ice Age. My opponent and I both agreed that since it's the first game of the set, we'd be okay using proxies. He's got a sticky note on a card there, and I'm playing a Brook as a Gecko Moria. Kyle uses his turn to play an Onami, giving his leader Banish, and swings 7k at me. I don't want to spend the Searcher and the only 2k I have to defend, so I take the hit. Sticking with the game plan, I play my 1-cost Searcher to Shigi and draw out a 2k counter in Virgo. I swing 5 into life, he takes, triggering an Onami, KOing our only other swing of the turn. I now have 3 Dawn left, no swings. I should have just played Hina, but instead I trash hit cycling, trying to hit another Searcher. I did not.
There's an argument that I could have just gone. Probably better.
He swings 5, I counter for 1k, and he plays Gadatsu, popping the only character on my board. I draw into a 2k, play Great Eruption to minus Gadatsu's cost by 2, and off of that draw another 2k. I then swing 7 at face, which he takes, minusing 1 on Gadatsu, and triggering a Kiku proxy. That's not good. With Gadatsu at 2 costs, I misplay, playing Suru, minusing Kiku to 2, and playing a Murakamo Sword. And typically this shouldn't work because both characters are at 2 costs, but I don't notice and my opponent doesn't notice either. Seriously though, my bad, man. Next turn he swings 5 face. I should have 2k'd out of it. I don't for I don't know what reason. And he plays Big Mom. I give him a life. I top deck a Gecko Moria at the perfect time. I play that right away and play a Borsellino blocker active and a brand new Searcher rested, searching the top 3 cards of my deck. From there I draw a Houndblaze. Not exactly what I want to see, but it's better than nothing. I consider cycling the Houndblaze, but ultimately decide to keep it.
No.
I show the camera this Brook, which is my Gecko Moria proxy. I guess I didn't show it before, but I probably grabbed it off a draw. He swings 3k with Onami into my brand new. You got it, buddy. He then swings 7k into life. I think about it for a second and decide to block with Borsellino, adding a 2k to keep it alive. He then swings 8 with his Big Mom into Borsellino. I think about it again, I have the counter, but I decide to let it go. He has 8 Dawn up. I'm expecting a Katakuri to put my Gecko Moria to life. Instead, he drops 2 4-drop Sanji blockers.
Okay, Onami.
I swing 5 into the Onami, clearing it and minusing 1 cost to the Big Mom. I then attach 1 Dawn to Gecko, making a 10k, swinging into the 8,000 power Big Mom. He decides to use a Sanji blocker to block it. I then use Ice Age, minusing the cost of the Big Mom to 1. I play out my Gecko Moria proxy card. From my trash, I play a Lucci active and a Suru rested. The Suru brings Sanji's cost to 2, and the Lucci knocks out both the 1-cost Big Mom and the 2-cost Sanji. I cycle the Hino away and draw into a Murakamo sword. I also forget to bottom deck 3 of the cards from my trash. I'm just going to chalk it up to bad. Just bad. Kyle plays Pudding and draws a Katakuri off of it. He then swings 7k, which I take. He then plays Katakuri, putting the Gecko Moria to the top of my life.
Actually, let me do this.
I cycle the Houndblades out of my hand finally, and I can't remove the Katakuri, so it's time to swing. 7k, he takes. 9k, he takes. 7k with leader, he counters out of. I kept Don up just in case he had triggers from life. They're unnecessary, so I opt to play Lucci, taking away the kill swing from his board. I have 2 life, and now he only has 2 swings. It's Kyle's turn. My board is looking scary, and he swings 9 at life. I don't have enough counter to counter out of it, and even if I did, I'd probably take it because my priority is keeping the Gecko Moria alive, so I concede. However, I'm not worried. He only has 1 swing left and needs 2 swings to end the game. This was my big mistake. I forgot about one card called Reject, and that's the exact card that he has in hand. He uses Reject for 4 Dawn to take my last life and dumps all of the remaining Dawn under Katakuri. On top of it, to add insult to injury, he uses a 3k power buff, bringing its total up to a number I cannot defend. GG's.
Looks like you got it, bro.
Game 1, game 2. Game 1.
GG.
Well, I was hoping the first game of the format would go my way, but I forgot about the new cards and the new lines that players could play. If I had countered out of that first swing, the reject into the Katakuri swing wouldn't have mattered. He would have had to change his line, and next turn I would have a strong enough board to hopefully go for game. But it's a small mistake that I know I can fix, and I'm hopeful that the next time I'm in that scenario, I'll be able to make the right call.